We begin with some breaking news at this hour. We are tracking an apartment fire behind the Northeast Community Center in Hillyard. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. We do want to get straight to the scene at this hour. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is joining us live with the latest details. Amanda?
Yeah, Mark and Whitney, this scene here in Hillyard is still pretty active scene, but the good news is the fire is out at this apartment complex. Right now, we're actually watching, we have some firefighters up on the roof. Again, the fire is out, but it looks like they're just checking things here. They are up inside the unit. Take a look here off to the right. The apartment unit with the broken window, that is where the fire started. Fire crews with Spokane Fire Department say that the fire started in the kitchen of that unit, spread to the living space, and then into the attic, if you can kind of see to the left, next door. They were able to contain the fire at that point. And if you can see there, that's some video of just that active work those firefighters were doing to keep this fire contained. Now, when I arrived here, again, the fire was out. We also found a few firefighters in a manhole. I asked what that was about, and they said a water line broke, which had caused some flooding in one of the lower, the ground floor units. They've essentially handled that situation. Right now, they're just in the mop-up stage. You can see we have some firefighters coming in and out of that apartment unit right now. We're working to find out more details as they come in. They are investigating still what the exact cause was, even though we do know the fire started in the kitchen. We can report that no one has been injured, including people here in the complex as well as firefighters. That's all for now. Again, if you are coming through this area, though, traffic is blocked off in this neighborhood near Rockwell and Regal, so keep that in mind if you're on your commute home. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Also tonight, we have brand new details about a suspect who is accused of killing his father in Spokane.
The suspect, Damian Eifert, appeared in court just hours ago. He is tied to two separate scenes across eastern Washington. One at a house in East Central where a man was stabbed to death. The other, an interstate standoff that led to his arrest.
KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy has been digging into this case today and reveals what the suspect allegedly said to others about his father's murder. Shannon?
Investigators spoke with several people who talked with Damian Eifert shortly after his father was stabbed Tuesday. From his ex to his own mother, those witnesses say he admitted to the murder. The evidence was all around, to see police tell it, after Robert Eifert was stabbed Tuesday. It didn't take long before his son Damian was the only suspect.
The charge here you're facing is murder in the second degree.
Court records show neighbors told police they watched Eifert leave in his dad's car as Robert lay bleeding on the porch of his Thor Street apartment. Surveillance video also showed as much. Investigators wrote, evidence, though a lot's still unclear for Raylene Eifert.
Nothing that anyone would expect to happen with my son.
Evidence showed she was one of a handful of people Damian admitted the murder to. I love you, I'm done, he reportedly told an ex-girlfriend. I just killed my dad. Police say Raylene and Damian spoke by phone that day. He admitted he couldn't take his dad anymore and stabbed him to death. From her Wyoming home, Raylene told KREM 2 News the evidence, accusations don't match the son she knows.
This is not my son's behavior ever. My son has always been kind, caring, he's sensitive.
The defendant has an extensive criminal history, including 8 felonies, 10 adult misdemeanors, 2 of which are failing to obey anti-harassment orders.
Investigators say Robert Eifert was stabbed 5 times in the head, neck, and chest. His son, the suspect, was arrested a day later after a standoff on I-90.
Guns and everything. Look at that.
Allegations. His mother's still wrapping her mind around.
Standing behind him, and we will help him get through this tragedy.
Eifert is being held on $2 million bond. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
Shannon, thank you very much. In other top stories tonight, there will be no charges for a Spokane police officer who shot and killed a man at the North Spokane Walmart last year.
This is a case that we have been tracking since last December. Today we learned the Spokane County prosecutor has determined that Officer Carl Richardson was justified in his use of deadly force for that shooting back in December of 2023. The officer shot and killed Kerry Jones Hilberg during a lengthy struggle as he and another officer were trying to arrest the man on suspicion of shoplifting. The officer said the suspect was armed with a concealed pistol and tried to reach for a gun. Officer Richardson then fired a single shot which killed Jones Hilberg.
Also tonight, there is now a reward being offered for a convicted sex offender last seen in Athol. Crime Stoppers in Florida is offering $5,000 for information leading to the arrest of Christian Fisher. He was convicted in Florida after traveling to meet with a minor for immoral purposes. Now the U.S. Marshals Service says it's learned that since being spotted in Idaho, Fisher has been trying to befriend multiple families in the Athol area, including those with children. Earlier this week, he was seen carving pumpkins with a family on Kelso Road in Athol. Fisher is 5'10", about 200 pounds, with blonde hair and hazel eyes, and he is also known to sometimes dress like a woman. If you have any information about Fisher, you're asked to call 911 immediately.
The 15-year-old accused of killing 5 of his family members in Falls City, Washington, went before a judge today. Due to a judge's order, we are not identifying the juvenile suspect. During today's hearing, prosecutors made the formal request for this case to be handled in adult court instead of at a juvenile court. But the defense argued community members have reached out on his behalf.
And they have attested to his good character. He's been described as kind and caring.
For now, the 15-year-old will remain held in a secure detention center until the judge makes her decision. All right, take a quick break from the headlines now to talk weather. KREM 2 is calling for a weather impact alert day for this Sunday due to forecasted strong winds.
Let's check in with meteorologist Cody Proctor now, tracking the latest with that expected windstorm.
Well, Mark and Whitney, as we head into the weekend, if you have any outdoor plans, I know I've been talking about it, but let's just say Saturday would be the day to do them because we are looking at some changes in our forecast thanks to a cold front moving into our region. But right now, as we take a look outside, we're seeing some beautiful conditions right now. Riverfront Park, just gorgeous at this time as we head into our golden hour right there. We're at 53 degrees over the Spokane airport. Winds are coming out the east northeast at 10 miles per hour right now as we head and take a look at our temperatures across parts of our region. We're mostly in those 50s to upper 40s right now. Moses Lake is at 59 degrees, 46 though in Sandpoint at this time. And our wind speeds across much of our region fairly calm to light. A few places clocking in with some double-digit wind speeds, but not quite the winds that we're expecting as we head into your Sunday. All that comes with this cold front right here that moves into our region, and that's looking to deliver those chances for rain and those breezy to gusty winds. We could be seeing wind gusts about 30 to 40 miles per hour. But for the next 12 hours, we're mostly looking at fairly calm conditions with some cloudy skies heading into our early morning hours. But you can see in our 3-day forecast right here, we're going to be seeing our warmest temperatures tomorrow. Those drop down as that cold front moves through and brings us that active weather.
All right, Cody, thank you. New at 5 tonight, take a look at this. A car just completely flipped on its side. This was in a grocery store parking lot on Spokane's South Hill today. It happened in the Safeway parking lot on 5th and Regal. Wow, we are working to figure out exactly how it happened. We'll let you know when we find out.